Marhaba, this is Abdulrahman from the Arabiker. Up until this moment in this series, we have been talking about nouns, asma. In this video, we will start discussing some aspects of verbs, af'al. Specifically, we will learn how to conjugate a past verb, fi'l madi, in modern standard Arabic. Before we start, please note that we have a free support material in the description box. This material will function as a reference for you for these different conjugations. Make sure you have it. Alright, our approach in this video is that we will list down the conjugations of a specific verb taken from our Arabic Essentials material. Make sure you grab it if you haven't done that yet. And then we will talk about the observations of these different conjugations. Before I delve deeper into this topic, I would like to discuss some terminology here. The title that we have here consists of the word tasrif, which can be like the conjugation. Al-madi, you already know that, which is the past form. Fusha, it's the standard Arabic. I think you're familiar with this word. So we're talking about tasrif al-madi, the conjugation of past verb, past form in MSA, in the standard Arabic. By referring to our Arabic Essentials material, we can see a verb such as katab, yaktub, al-kitaba. As explained in the material, the first word that we have here is the past form, and the second word that we have here is the present form, and the third word that we have here is something we called the verbal noun, al-masdar, madi, mudari', al-masdar. Again, with different articles. Al-madi, al-mudari', al-masdar. Past form, present form, and something called the verbal noun, al-masdar. Now let's list down the pronouns that we have learned in MSA, Modern Standard Arabic, and we will see how to conjugate these verbs according to these pronouns. For ana, we have the conjugation katabtu. For nahnu, katabna. For anta, كتبت. For أنتِ, كتبتِ. For أنتم, كتبتم. For هو, كتب. For here we have كتبت. For whom we have كتبوا. And the alif here is there for some historical linguistic reason. It's not pronounced, but we have to have it in MSA. We say katabu. We don't say katabua. No, katabu. So again, and I want you to follow me in pronunciation. Ana katabtu. I wrote. Nahnu katabna. We wrote. Anta katabta. You, masculine, wrote. Anti كتبتِ. You, feminine, wrote. أنتم كتبتم. You all wrote. هو كتب. He wrote. هي كتبت. She wrote. هم كتبوا. They wrote. Pause the video now and then we will discuss the observations that we have noticed. The first thing that you might have noticed is that in past conjugation, al-madi, we didn't prefix the original verb. As you can see here, we have the word katab, and all the way long, we didn't add anything before the kaf. We didn't prefix the word with anything. It's all about the suffix. We suffixed the original past form, the original madi, al-fi'l al-madi, with some letters, some suffixes. So note that in past tense, in past form, it's all about the suffixes that we add, not prefixes. The second thing that you might have noticed is the conjugation of he, huwa, which is identical to the verb here. Right? Well, while in Arabic we don't have such a thing called an infinitive verb, we can say that the conjugation of huwa is the simplest form of conjugation where we didn't add any prefixes nor suffixes by default. The third thing that you might have noticed is that all of the second person conjugations أنت, أنتِ, أنتم have the letter ta. كتبت, كتبتِ, tu, كتبتم. It is something that you will see consistently in Arabic with second person conjugations, that we add this ta to the second person conjugation. The fourth thing that you might have noticed is that for the conjugation of hiya, she, we added the suffix at the end of the word, with sukoon on the ta, of course. That is also known in Arabic. I think you remember the ta marbuta, for example, that indicates a noun to be feminine. Even in the conjugation of past verb here, for feminine third person, we add this ta with sukoon preceded by fatha. Katabat. Katabat. In general, you need to memorize and keep practicing these conjugations until they become natural to you. For example, check out the vowels on the letter ta. Ana katabtu. I wrote. And on different conjugations. Anta katabta. You wrote. You masculine wrote. Anti katabti. You feminine wrote. By the way, some pronouns will give you some hints, right? Anta katabta. Anti katabti. Antum katabtum. Some of them, not all of them. Also, note that you don't have to say the pronoun to indicate who's doing it. In Arabic, we can suffice with the conjugation by itself. I don't have to say ana katabtu all the time. I can say just katabtu. We know who's doing it. I. Katabtu. I wrote. Nahnu katabna. I don't have to say nahnu. I can say katabna. We wrote. Hum katabu. I don't have to say hum. I can say katabu. They wrote. Lastly, I would like you to note that this is the simple conjugation of a past verb. That is, let's call it regular verb. In this basic series, we will not touch upon the verb 10 forms, for example, or some morphological aspects of some verbs, such as initial weak verbs, hollow verbs, final weak verbs, etc., which we will be covering in other series in the future, inshallah. Here's another reminder for you to check out the free support material that we have in the description box. It's a reference for you for these different conjugations that will help you practice and familiarize yourself with different verbs from different forms that you can use as model verbs so that you can conjugate new similar verbs. Okay, if you found this video useful, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with other Arabic learners. Check out our website for other Arabic learning services that we offer. Also, follow us on social media. We post some useful Arabic material there. Salam.